The following essay by Thomas Berry from his book Selected Writings on the Earth Community was requested by Michael's widow, Connie Barlow. Unfortunately, I was unable to record it during this celebration. However, I offer it now with photos taken by me of our amazing universe. The universe is a symphony. This sensitive experience of the universe and of the planet Earth leads us to some appreciation of the 10 billion years required for the universe to bring the Earth into existence, and another 4 billion years for the Earth to shape itself in such splendor. For our present Earth is not the Earth as it always was and always will be. It is the Earth at a highly developed phase in its continuing emergence. We need to see the sequence of earthly transformations as so many movements in a musical composition. This sequence of events that emerge in a time sequence need to be understood simultaneously. As in music, the earlier notes are gone when the later notes are played, but the musical phrase, indeed the entire symphony, needs to be heard simultaneously. We do not fully understand the opening notes until the later notes are heard. Each new theme alters the meaning of the earlier themes and the entire composition. The opening theme resonates throughout all the later parts of the piece.
We have the capacity to actually feel into his spirit, and the way that I thought we could do it is just each one take one of these. These are his essential oils, and just have like he touched these, he used these, so he get a sense. You may get a sense of Michael from just even touching or smelling the oils. So just take a moment, any sense or scent that you get from touching Michael's oils, any sense of Michael.
For me, every time I smell it, I think of his laugh. It's because he had such a distinct laugh, and every time I go to smell just gently, it's such a strong odor, a good scent. But his laughter just put so many smiles on people's faces.
And the strangest thing is exactly what I got from smelling this, is his laugh. I could see him laughing, and like his laughter. That's what came through for me too.
For me, I just it's the sense that the woods, the forest that Michael have walked. I just have this image of him just walking in silence into the woods.
Yeah, I smell that sense of like an old the bark tree, and it's a mixture between something so familiar, the ancient, and it's also something. There's a very vague scent that is so unfamiliar. It's a mixture. It's a kind of what drawn to my mind is that he walked a path between something that is so familiar, exploring something that is also unfamiliar. It's a kind of that sense.
So we begin with a reading from Michael's book, Earth Spirit. So this reading I take from the Prayer for Life, which done by Michael. He said, "Dear God, please allow me to be ever aware that you are the divine wholeness of reality in which I live and move and have my being. Remind me often of our larger evolutionary story and allow me to continually grow in my understanding of its implications. Help me to experience everything as a revelation of you, as part of my larger self. O God, may I be a channel of your loving energy to other parts of the body. Help me to remember that everything I say or do, or fail to say or do, affects future generations. Empower me to respectfully question and, if need be, peacefully oppose to those who disregard or violate differentiation, interiority, and communion."
Michael. Your presence was larger than life, and your impact on those was profound. Michael had a unique way of communicating, and he was never bashful in his expressing his thoughts. Yet he presented a tenderness that made him an exceptional listener. I first encountered Michael in the collapse community on Reddit. He was an active supporter for those who were hurting or just needed help understanding our predicament of overshoot. It was through his guidance that I discovered a wealth of knowledge and insight in the many videos he recorded. One in particular video stood out to me, a video that changed everything. Confessions of a recovering progressive. It was after watching this video I began to explore the various authors Michael recommended, one of whom was Thomas Berry. Reading Thomas Berry opened my eyes to a new understanding of the world. The teachings of my Catholic upbringing suddenly expanded into something much more profound. The concept of the universe story filled in the gaps I had long searched for. It transformed my perception of God from a divine clockmaker to a reality-based presence that is woven into the fabric of our existence. Michael's influence has been a guiding light in my journey, and I know I am not alone in feeling this way. He has touched many lives, and his legacy will continue to inspire us to seek understanding, to listen with compassion, and to embrace our shared humanity. And to Thomas Berry, thank you for helping Michael along this journey. I now have a limb in my tree of life that has sprouted due to this profound connection.
So I have this book, and Thomas Berry have written something about this book. So I would like to read what Thomas Berry have spoken about Michael's book.
Sure.
So he said, a clear, delightful presentation of a Christianity that is alive, guides us, and evokes within us those spiritual energies that we need to assume our religious responsibility for the fate of the earth. Truly a handbook worthy of its subject, a guidebook for those who teach, a textbook for all of us who are learning. So that's what Thomas Berry said about Michael's book. So
There's a part where I think it was Michael on a rock, and there's a eagle or a hawk.
Yep.
And this poem is Eagle Poem by Joe Harjo. And I think this is very timely. I will read it. Eagle Poem. To pray, you open your whole self to sky, to earth, to sun, to moon, to one whole voice that is you. And know there is more that you cannot see, cannot hear, cannot know, except in moments steadily growing, and in languages that aren't always sound, but other circles of motion. Like eagle that Sunday morning over Salt River, circled in blue sky, in wind, swept our hearts clean with sacred wings. We see you, see ourselves, and know that we must take utmost care and kindness in all things. Breathe in, knowing we are made of all this, and breathe, knowing we are truly blessed because we were born and die soon within a true circle of motion, like eagle rounding out the morning inside us. We pray that it will be done in beauty, in beauty.
And we bring our time to a close with the prayer. It's a body prayer. Breathe in and breathe out. You're welcome to join, and we'll use our minds to this.
Open to the day. Breathe in joined as if to pray. Breathe in, breathe out. Arms reaching to the sky. Then circling around, down to the earth. Eyes lifted to the light, to the light. Hands, branches catching rain. Breathe in, breathe out. Then rising like a stalk of grain. Breathe in, breathe out. Arms reaching to the sky. Then circling around, down to the earth. Eyes lifted to the light, to the light. Hands open to the day. Breathe in, breathe out. Hands joined as if to pray. Breathe in, breathe out.